Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Model Cars and Coffee. So, in this episode, I've brought along my notebook and my '66 Thunderbird, which I did sort of like a modified unboxing a little ways back. And I said that the next time you saw this car, it would be finished, which it's been rebuilt and finished. I think I have some photographs of this car before. If not, the video is there. So you can check out the car beforehand and then afterwards of what I've done with it. So when I went ahead, I took the whole thing apart. I left there it is. First thing is I left the air cleaner off from it, and you'll see why in a second. Didn't do anything with that because I knew it wasn't going to be on there, and this car isn't going to any shows. It was just a fun project for me to go ahead and try to redo. So I'll give you a look at the car. I also took some really cool photographs of it outside. So there's how it finished up. Get the hood off from it. I didn't do anything with the paint. I liked the color, and you can see like some imperfections right there. I also liked the fact that it looked like it had some dirt on it or road grime. Maybe somebody went by and splashed a puddle. But I also put the roof back on it. Here's a picture of the engine, or a video of the engine. We added a lot more detail to the engine than what it came to us with. I added in the printed carburetor, and we also added in a printed distributor cap, all the plug wires, the heater hose. I used the battery it came with. I added in the radiator hose off from that little reservoir there. You can see that. That's about it for the engine bay, other than washing it. Underneath, we gave it a little bit of a distressed look because this is a daily driver. I mean, it sees, in my opinion, or my vision, sees the car wash, but probably just gets driven through. So not a lot of attention is given to the bottom. We did add in gas line and brake line. You see that there. And this was a shiny black. This was gloss when I first started. So I painted it with NATO black. And then we added in the panel lines. So if you want to watch this build, I did it over on 1 Minute Model Car Builds. And that's where those videos are. I'm doing the reveal over here. And I'll do some sort of a little short reveal over there. So I've kind of already gone over a lot of the things. I tore it, like I said, I tore it down. It was a lot of fun to kind of just take it apart and you know do what I wanted to do with it and bring it back. I don't know if this car was built. I say bring it back to life, but I don't know if this car was built or if it like it was built and then broke apart, or if it was built and then like partially built and then put on a box. But so I left the interior just as it is, or as it came. You can probably see down in there. And I also show a close-up of the interior when I'm doing the video, the first video of this over here. I kept the vinyl top. That looks like it's just like black masking tape, but I thought they did a pretty good job with it, and I liked the crease. I liked the fact that it made it look a little bit aged and used. So I kept that how it was. And in working with this car, you can see the chrome trim. That's chrome from the factory, but you can see the chrome trim here around the windows. And when I was putting it back together, I was working down in underneath, kind of putting the interior in. And I noticed that somebody had used, whoever the first person to take a stab at this model had used bare metal foil. So this is the first and only model that I've got with bare metal foil on it. And that's not because of me. I can't make that stuff work. Took the tires apart. We added in some black wash there into the hubcaps, and I took the mag wheels off from it, or whatever, the street wheels off from it, put the hubcaps back on it. And I also scuffed I scuffed the tires, give them a little bit of wear. I don't know if you can tell it or not, but they got some mileage on them. I already talked about the NATO black, so we sprayed the bottom with NATO black. I painted the gas tank and painted the exhaust in with the all-clad markers that I got from Shaggy, and then I weathered them a little bit with my craft paints. I drilled out spots to run the brake line and run the gas line. The gold is the brake line, or the copper, and you can see it kind of behind the rear axle there. And then your silver is your gas line. I had it kind of pop out right here and then run down underneath the axle. I drilled, kind of tucked it up in there, because if this car hadn't had the axle molded in, the gas line would have ran with the undercarriage, and at some point it would have disappeared behind the axle for just a brief second. So that was my thought there. We drilled and ran, I already gone over that. We drilled and ran the heater hose and the plug wire and stuff. And let's see what else we got here. Then I weathered the engine block before I put it back in. And I really think the weathering makes them look authentically used. I enjoy the weathering process. I've got to get better at it. You can see the streaks. The red, it's like a, what's it called? Red oxide that I use. I believe that's the name of the color of it. I think I'm not sure that it's quite the rust color I'm looking for, so I'm going to go back to the craft store and get me some more of those hobby paints. What else we got here? Did I add any more notes? No. And then at the tail end of it, we put it all together. This was a fun build. We got it all glued together. I used a little bit of my epoxy. I used a little bit of just the regular Gorilla Glue that I used. You can probably see the one flaw that I got in this car right underneath the front bumper, and it's on both sides. That piece, I don't know if you call it a valance or what you call it, but that piece right there is glued in so that it fits the mold properly. But like on the back here, these tires roll because you've got the solid metal axle in there. These tires don't, because the valance, or whatever you call this piece, is right up against them. But I'm okay with that. The other thing that I noticed was whoever started this car did not sand off any of the demold lines. I don't know if you can see it or not, but they're there, and there's some up in the front here. I put a little bit of thought into it, and I said, I like the color. I don't want to disturb the color of the car. So I decided that was going to stay how it is, especially since I'm not going to try to take it to a show and expect people to look at it and, I don't know, judge it or whatever. It's just going to sit on my shelf, in one of my little cases out in the hobby shed there. And it's getting warmer out, so I'm getting ready to go back out there, so that's nice. And we will be doing some of the building out there. I don't think I'm going to exclusively move out there again, because I like the ability to just sit in here and watch a little TV. And there is times during the summer that it gets just too hot. So, but that's going to close us out for this video. Another model cars and coffee. I'll show a couple of photographs that I've taken of it after the build outside with the close-ups there, and I'm really getting to like that. So, but I guess that's pretty much all I've got for now. I guess till we see each other again, everyone out there be safe, and everyone be blessed, and thank you for watching.